Hey yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Eternal 88. What's going on, y'all? Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe for me. It's greatly appreciated. So it's a lot going on. We gonna get to the Steven Jackson, Lil Yachty, George Floyd situation. We got a lot to talk about, so let's just get into it. First off, Rowdy Rebel released from jail, and he got people co-signing saying he held it down in LA. He's official in the county, in the jail, you know. They said he's official. And this is what Rowdy had to say, y'all. Let's get it.
Back like I fucking never left, nigga. You dumb nigga. Back in these LA streets. Back in these streets that niggas be on podcasts just talking to me about. Like, come on, man. Stop the fuckery. I'm here.
Shout out to Rowdy Rebel. I'm glad he's home. You know what I'm saying? He's basically still trolling LA, obviously. In a way, kind of sounded like to me, maybe I'm tripping, but I don't know what y'all think. Let me know in the comment section. Then we gonna move on. Shout out to Rowdy Rebel though. Glad he's home. Hopefully we hear some new music from him soon. That would be nice, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we got Cardi B new single, Imaginary Players, co-signed by Jay-Z. Imaginary Players is a remake of Jay-Z's song, Imaginary Players, obviously, right? But you know what I was thinking? I ain't gonna lie. I seen Rory from Rory and Maul podcast say this, but I was thinking it before Rory said it. Before I heard Rory say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I heard him say it, I was like, you know what? Is Jay-Z co-signing this Cardi record? Because Nicki's tweets going off on Jay-Z. Like, he's smooth. You know what I'm saying? It could very easily be that. I don't know what else it would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't never think him and Cardi even had a relationship. I ain't know nothing about that, you know? So that would be a good business move for him, though, if you ask me. She's shitting on Jay-Z left and right every chance she gets on Rock Nation, Nicki Minaj's. So Cardi just dropped this song. What better way to get back than co-sign a Cardi B song from Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, without having to say anything, you know? So that's just what I think. But anyway, Pooh Shiesty posted a pic, a long message. It's on the screen right now. You can read it. I'm not about to read that whole joint, but he's basically saying, you know what I mean, he'll be back better than ever, you know what I mean? And I hope he is, you know? Pooh Shiesty got some classic joints, you know, and his release date is April 11th, 2026. April 11th, 2026. So that's like a year. Well, nah, shit. Not even a year. That's like 8-9 months. He'll be home, so that ain't too long. He'll be out, and we'll get to hear some of his music, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully he can make a comeback. Pooh Shiesty got Back in Blood, and then that whole album, Shiesty Season, is a fucking classic, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Classic. And Shoulda Ducked with Lil Durk. Back in Blood and Shoulda Ducked, they're two songs right there that make me be like, damn, I got that. You gotta respect his shit just off them two alone. But that whole album is banging, so free Shiesty. Then, you know the whole situation with Finesse2times mom going online saying he don't give her no money, him responding with a song. Well, then, of course, 50 Cent, back on his shit, goes and trolls Finesse2times. This is what he said. He said, Finesse. And remember, I said, y'all, if y'all watch my videos, like, for real, y'all know I said Finesse2times look just like his mom, talk just like his mom, sound just like his mom. They're twins. They even act the same. But this is what 50 Cent said, though. Finesse, you look just like your mom. Nah, he said, Finesse, you look just like your mama, man. Just call her. I said, what the fuck do you do when that happens? Nothing. Just look at her and say, you want some money or not, ma? Then he said, he said, ma, stay your ass off the phone. Who showed you how to make a video anyway? Then he said, Finesse2times, please don't say nothing crazy, right? And of course, Finesse2times responds and says, what he say? He said, when you call Marquise, I'll call her. Yo, but that's crazy right there. He said, when you call so Marquise is 50's son, and everybody knows 50 and his son don't have a good relationship. He said, when you call your son Marquise, I'll call my mom. So who knows what 50 gonna say back. I can't believe he didn't say nothing back already. I really can't. Kind of crazy, right? You would think 50 would have been responded to that because he said don't say nothing crazy. So, but yeah, that's some funny shit, yo. But then we got Lil Baby album, The Leaks, pushed back to August 2022, or what the fuck I'm talking about? See, I'm a little drunk. I've been sipping chilling tonight, you know what I mean? But Lil Baby album pushed back to August 22nd. It's called The Leaks, you know what I mean? And academics recently did say don't drop anywhere near Gunna, Lil Baby, because you're going to get embarrassed. So this got me wondering, did Lil Baby's record label push his shit back because academics said that? Because believe it or not, academics' name and what he says does hold weight in the music industry. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Especially with mainstream stuff, you know? But do y'all think that Lil Baby pushed it back because Gunna shit's still going crazy? Or you think he just pushed it back because that's just what he wanted to do? What y'all think? Anyway, speaking of Lil Baby and Gunna, Plaqueboymax exposes that he caught Lil Baby listening to Gunna's new album, y'all. Dead ass. Like, here's a whole video. I ain't even gonna play the video because the music is playing in the back, but you see the picture, that's Plaqueboymax and Gunna shit playing in the back. And Lil Baby bumping that shit. I ain't gonna lie, that's facts, y'all. You know what I mean? This is what it is. Then we got, speaking of Plaqueboymax, we got people going crazy on Lil Yachty for this right here, y'all. Let's get it.
Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
So I don't even know if I was supposed to play that little clip, but people were going crazy for him talking about George Floyd like that. Rest in peace to George Floyd. Steven Jackson had this to say, y'all. Let's get it.
Man, I'm so out the way, man, trying to mind my business. Y'all see the type of big shit we got going on and shit we doing, man. I'm making changes in my life. I'm doing the right thing. I'm winning. I'm just trying not to pay attention to you idiots, man. But, like, it's just hard, bro. Like, Lil Yachty, bro. You've been whack, my nigga. But you think you saying George Floyd name and trying to use his name in the bar that's gonna make people like your whack ass music, my nigga? That shit weak. Y'all the only era that feel like demeaning the dead and saying that shit is cool, my nigga. It ain't. It ain't. And it's me and the whole Third Ward and the whole Houston, Texas riding behind G, man. Don't ever say his name, bro. Y'all, none of y'all knew G. Nothing about him. But y'all want to say his name for clout. Put a knee up on his neck. That's some weak ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is, bro. Cut that shit out, man. It's only you whack Sambo ass niggas that do shit like that.
I ain't gonna lie, I think Lil Yachty kind of fucked up by saying something about George Floyd. You know, he said, I put my knee on her neck, I went George Floyd. That's real insensitive. And I like what Steven Jackson said. I don't like everything he always says, but what he said, you know, that's not something you joke about. You know what I mean? What about if one of your family members died, you want people making skits about it or music about it, you know what I mean? And you kind of like, that is disrespectful. It's low class. This generation, for some reason, thinks it's cool to do that. I don't understand it. So I agree with Steven Jackson on this one. I ain't gonna lie, I really do. And you had to know, like, Plaqueboymax and Lil Yachty had to know in their heads, like, oh, we're going to go viral from this because it's highly disrespectful. And Lil Yachty's on, and a lot more people are saying shit about it than Steven Jackson, too. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think it's a big deal, or do you think it's just music? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, please, y'all. I appreciate it. I like the dialogue. You know what I'm saying? But then we got Conway and Benny. Right? Everybody was saying Conway and Benny was beefing at a show out of the country. They said that El Camino knocked out one of the BSF members, which BSF is Benny the Butcher's squad. And El Camino is on BSF too, but he's cool with Conway. So people were like, I guess Benny and Conway was going back and forth. One of the BSF dudes pulled out a knife and El Camino knocked him out. That's what people were saying, you know what I'm saying? But this right here is Conway Machine disputing that and saying that's some bullshit, y'all. Let's get it.
So, you know, the other day, Mano and I sat down with Conway the Machine, And we talked about his new album that's on the way.
That's right.
That we had a chance to preview, that we actually really enjoyed.
Yes.
But one thing I had to ask about was there was this rumor, and I read this allhiphop.com article, shout out to them, that said that Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine and Westside Gunn had got into it at a concert in Paris, and they got into a fight. There was even it wasn't one of them, but they were saying somebody got knocked out, da-da-da-da-da. So, of course, I had to ask about what happened, and here is what Conway the Machine had to say on Way Up.
Oh, no, I ain't about that, man. Niggas is drunk. Buffalo shit. That's all. Niggas drunk, who around in the green room. You know, niggas ain't nobody fight though. You know, man, we drink liquor, man. We from the real hood. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
And you're really family.
Yeah, but wasn't no fighting or nothing though. You know, they probably just listening behind the curtain and
right.
Fuck out of here.
Loud talk.
Yeah, you know how that shit goes.
Because people were definitely online still talking about it. And Westside Gunn now has addressed it too. Somebody was like saying that they're going to address the beef on their next album. And they said, you know, and I know Benny flew the coop, so on and so forth. So Westside Gunn responded, you mean Benny, who I was just on stage with 5 days ago, or whose mom lives with my mom and we just had lunch today? Benny, use that mop broom combo in your background to wipe yourself off the planet.
I like that.
Yeah. It's nicer than, because, you know, people say worse things, but to wipe yourself off the planet with a mop and broom doesn't sound so bad.
But I like to see the brotherhood stick together, though.
Yeah. And listen, they are literally family. And so I can see people drinking, getting into arguments.
Right, yeah. But I hate to see when the group comes in and they start to get, you know, some recognition and then they break up.
So they family, you know what I'm saying? Griselda, whatever it is, BSF, Griselda, drum work, you know what I mean? Conway, Benny, Westside, they're family. El Camino has been with them since way back. They cool, they're like all brothers. But they are like Westside and Conway's brothers, and then Benny is their cousin. So like real life, you know what I mean? So yeah, they got drunk and was talking shit to each other. Like Conway said, somebody from behind the curtain probably thought that it was worse than what it really is. And I know how that shit is. I got family like that too. When we get together, shit get a little rowdy when everybody's drinking. Sometimes shit. Something might even happen. Back in the day anyway, we all a little older now. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way it is when you got a rowdy family. So I understand what Conway's saying, and I'm glad Conway disputed that because nobody wants Griselda fighting. Benny, Conway, and Westside are carrying the torch for the hip hop that I grew up on. And people like, you know, just for example, people like Busta Rhymes, Noriega, you know, Jadakiss, different people like that. They're proud of Griselda. They want Griselda to like represent for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want them fighting, you know? So I'm glad to hear that. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe for me. Follow me on IG, and we out.